Hey everybody, Tim here. Amateur radio call sign November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Well, a few days ago, our friends over at Tesmen reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing one of their meters. Well, and I said, of course, yes I would. So what they did was they sent me the Smart Digital Multimeter Model TM-510. Now this multimeter is kind of a nice multimeter because, well, it's smart. It actually kind of knows what you're trying to do. And what I mean by that is, unlike traditional multimeters where you have to kind of go through the dial and select whether you want to do AC voltage, DC voltage, resistance, or even the scale that you want to measure it on, this is smart enough to know what you're doing. So without further ado, let's head on over to the bench and take a look at it. So this is the packaging that it comes in. It is the Smart Digital Multimeter TM-510. And it does have some certifications both in the United States and in Europe. So inside the box, and what I do like about this is a fairly decent sized meter. It's not a big giant one. It is small. As you can see, the box here is the size of my hand. And it is something that if you're amateur field operator like myself, that you can use out in the field, can go in your kit, in your bag, and not be very cumbersome to carry around. So inside the box, what we have is this nice carrying case and the user manual. I'm not a professional electrician or anything, but I do a lot of around the home electrical projects in addition to being an amateur radio operator. So I'm doing a lot with DC voltage on a regular basis. So a meter like this is very good for what I'm looking for. So the manual is written in multiple languages. So if English is not your first language, it's also available in German, French, Italian, and Spanish, which I think is a nice touch. Inside the kit, in the carrying bag, we have the digital multimeter. It does come with a set of Duracell batteries, which is kind of impressive. So on the left side of the carrying case, we do have our test leads. And as you can see, they're fairly decent length. So the leads themselves are about 33 inches long. They do have protective caps here for where they plug into the meter. I'll pull those out real quick. And you can just tuck those in the bag there. Now the meter itself, once again, as I had said earlier, this is a fairly compact size meter. So it is, total package is about 4 inches long and about just a little over 2 inches wide with the carrying case on there. There is a protective rubberized carrying case on the back with a textured grip for you to hold on to it. And there is, and I'm not going to call it a flashlight, I'm going to call it a working light. There is a working light on the back that allows you to illuminate the area that you're working in. If you're one that does a lot of DIY projects around the house, switching out light switches, electrical outlets, stuff like that, chances are you're going to be in an area where you've got power turned off. So nice to have the working light there so you can see what you're doing. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and add the batteries, and that's just to peel off the cover, open up the back here by taking out the screw. So the only thing that I would kind of ding them on the back there is that is not a captive screw. All right, batteries go in the way batteries go in. And as you heard there, we got a beep when we plug that in. All right, now that that's screwed in, we'll just slide it back into the case. Okay, now that we have the batteries in, the cover back on, the leads put in, we're gonna go ahead and turn the power on. So this meter is rated for 600 volts, which will cover most things in your household, whether it's 120 for the outlets or 240 for large electrical appliances. This will cover it. Once again, it is auto sensing. It's got some great features in it. The big one, the non-contact voltage, which I think is pretty nice. And we're gonna just use this power supply here. So when it's in the NCV mode with the backlight on here, we can bring it over towards the power brick, and we see that it's already sensing that there is AC voltage there. Now we know this because the green light is on, just to verify that. But we can do a couple things now without having to change anything. Really what we just need to do is press the button one time and put it back into auto mode. And from here we can do some testing. So I can take the positive lead and insert it into the barrel, and I can take the negative lead and put it on the outside. And what I'm doing is I'm registering 14.61 volts. Now that is a 15 volt power supply, and that is in the margin of error of plus or minus 10%. So without having to change anything, I can now unplug the input power to it. I can insert my leads into there. And we can see that the meter is reading 120.3 volts AC, and it's pointing to the AC voltage icon. So with the exception of pressing the non-contact voltage button / the auto button, I was able to do 3 different tests right there without really having to do anything major. So in addition to the voltage readings, you also have the ability to do resistance and continuity. In here, we would simply to test this lead to make sure we don't have any shorts or anything, we would put our positive adapter on the red side. We're going to test the red side first. We're going to put our negative adapter on the other side. And we see that we have continuity and there's no resistance. We put it on the negative side, or the black wire right now, and it's not reading any continuity at all. So once we move it over to the black connector, we can touch the probe on the wire, the bare wire, and we see that we have continuity with no resistance. We touch the red wire, and we don't have anything. So we know that I wired this connector up properly and that we don't have a short. So that is the kind of the high level here with this multimeter. So currently at the time of this recording, it's on sale at Amazon for $13.99. There is a 5% coupon that you can check. I would highly recommend this for your DIY wire. It's a, I think, a good, you know, Christmas type present to give. It's not overly expensive, and there's a lot of uses that they could use this if they're an amateur radio operator or some kind of a hobbyist that uses DC, AC, or they want to do projects around the house, you know, and testing that. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please put those in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and share this content with your friends. And until we meet again, I have a video right over here that I think you might be interested in.